Okay, so we're back. So we're talking about what are the 5 key points of how to basically share the Nu Skin business presentation. And let me skip down here. So just because we're starting off a new recording. So the 5 key points are trends, company, products and science, income potential or compensation, and timing, right? So these basically, the reason why we talk about these things, this is how Nu Skin distributors from day one have built this business, is looking at these 5 key points that it's basically a filter that you could put over any opportunity, any kind of business, and say, does that really stack up with these 5 key points, right? Because a lot of people, when they want to start a business, they think, they maybe started around something they're passionate about, right? But maybe there's not really demand. Maybe you're passionate about, I don't know, a hobby of yours, but there's really not that big of a demand in the marketplace for you to build a big business with that, right? And then talking about the company, how we're able to partner with Nu Skin for free and talk about everything that Nu Skin provides for us. Products and science, why are Nu Skin products and science different than, and what makes them unique compared to other products. Income potential is being able to really explain to somebody the difference between what they're doing working in a job and what we do with Nu Skin and how this is better. And then timing is basically talking with people about why now? Like, why should people join right now? And so going back, we had gone through the first 3, we were on compensation. And so, it's basically talking with people about being able to create a leveraged income where you can be able to, as one of the first billionaires, J. Paul Getty said, not just earn money, he'd rather earn 1% from 100 people's efforts than 100% of his own, right? And how with this Nu Skin business, we can be able to dramatically multiply our income, on a much larger scale than what we could just accomplish on our own, okay? Because as you guys know, if you're just a product salesperson, it's going to be really tough. I mean, you'd have to sell a boatload of products to be able to make these higher levels of income, right? I mean, there's just not enough hours in the day. And so the beauty of Nu Skin is if you focus on the right things, which are recruiting and developing leaders in your team, then you can multiply your income, right? The more people you have working with you, more people equals more volume, which equals more income. Okay. I had people wondering how to jump on this meeting. Okay. And it's talking about that leveraged income, right? Residual income, where you can build a business one time that can continue to pay you long-term as you have that repeat consumption of whether it's customers, casual distributors, or leaders in your team continuing to use the products and sell the products and then share the opportunity. Now, the 5th key point is the timing, okay? So the reason why now is the best timing is because we're going to quadruple in size over the next 5 to 10 years, right? We're going from $2.5 billion to $10 billion, right? So, I mean, one thing that people get pumped up about, I mean, even Kyla had this last week, people from the UK that, were like, they were with Nu Skin previously, and then now they're kind of pitching some other company, and they're like, we're taking off. Like, they were so excited about and sharing, like, we're taking off. This is going to be huge, blah, 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 they created this buzz a little bit, right? So they had some people starting to join their team because they created this buzz about, hey, here's where we're going. And then once I really looked at the company, because they were trying to send Kyla, all this info about the compensation plan and products. And it's just like, there's no way you're ever going to be able to compete with Nu Skin, that you're going to be able to, you just don't know, if that company is even going to be around in a year from now. Okay. So with Nu Skin, we know all those things. And so the timing is that Nu Skin, as we go from being a $2.5 billion company to being a $10 billion company over the next 5 to 7 years, that, or maybe 5 to 10, is that the people that are actively working the business in that time are the ones that are going to be able to capture that volume and be part of that growth and be able to get paid on that volume for the rest of their lives, right? And so it's basically asking yourself, what do you want your life to look like on the other side of that? Over the course of the next 5 to 10 years, if you keep doing what you're doing now, what's your life going to look like? If you keep doing for the next 2 years what you've been doing for the last 2 years, what's your life going to look like in 2 years? And so it's you want to create a sense of urgency. And part of it is that, like, the US, like, yeah, I mean, the business, it's you still have to work hard at it. It's like Emma Carpenter posted, after 1 year, she was about to quit her business, and felt like things weren't really working out for her. And then she was like, I went to an event and I realized that it's network marketing, right? Like, and you have to work your business. And I really started working my business, and that's where she became a Blue Diamond in 18 months after a year of failure, right? Blue Diamond in 18 months, and $1 million earner within 4 years. And a lot of it, though, is that person she became in the process, right? Because if you look at her now, she came and spoke at Success Summit. I mean, she really does have a millionaire mind, right? Like, the way that she thinks, and why, getting rid of any negativity and focusing always on the positive. And, she's really mastered those concepts of mindset and law of attraction and those things. But, the timing is that we're really just getting started. Like, even in North America, in the US, that, the goal is to be $1 billion market, and we're about 250 million right now. And so, that right there, we're going to quadruple just in the US. And so, and things are starting to take off now with social media, and, limiting some of the barriers to entry with making it free to sign up, and showing people how to make money very quickly with social media. And so, what really made my business take off is sharing, like, hey, we're just at the very beginning of Nu Skin using this social media strategy, right? And that, this is going to be huge, and that everybody is going to hear about this. And so many people are going to join because it's free to join. They can make money within their first 24 to 48 hours. And we can show them how to make, really good money just by promoting and recommending the products. Do you want people to hear about this from you or hear about it from somebody else, right? And so creating that sense of urgency of, like, you could either start now and start building something for yourself, or you can wait until later, but you're going to maybe regret, or, and especially if you don't do it, you're going to regret that your biggest regret is going to be that you didn't start earlier. Okay. And so those are, like, the 5 key points as far as what we share in a 5-point presentation. So I think it's important for you guys, in a very simple way, just to have a couple bullet points of each of these, right? Of basically why Nu Skin is that best opportunity. So let's just go around. I'm going to unmute you guys, and we've got, like, a handful of people here. So let's go through. I'm just going to go down my screen. We got, 5 people right now. So let's go. Haley. So Haley, for you, oops, there we go. Oh, Haley was at the top of my screen. So Haley, if you were giving the presentation, like, what would be your couple bullet points about the trends that work in our favor with Nu Skin?
So our favorable trends would obviously be that we've got, a very extensive anti-aging skincare line, which is huge right now. It's probably the biggest industry, one of them right now. And that we've got 75 PhD scientists on staff all the time working on those products. Another one is that, we are part of, the devices as well. We've been literally taking over the market with devices. As far as just, LumiSpa, Facial Spa, I mean, the technology in those is unlike anything that's on the shelves at a Sephora or a Nordstrom or anything like that. And then now for trends, is that really just, like, all, like, it's not really all about products though, right? Like, it's about also, like, where our business is as a trend too.
So I'll go back up to the slide we have for trends. So trends is more what's happening in the economy that works in our favor.
Oh yeah. Okay. So then we're also, like, it's flexible working. So, I mean, that's how I always tell my new team members about it, is that you can really work this around literally anything else in your life. We've got single moms with 3 kids running around. We've got traditional business owners fitting it around their life, so, I mean, this is the most flexible side hustle you're ever going to probably come in contact with, that has a huge opportunity to turn it into your full-time income, which not a lot of side gigs actually can say that.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So let's go to Kelsey. And so Kelsey, the next key point is why Nu Skin, right? As the company. So what would be a couple bullet points for you that you would share about Nu Skin, about, why Nu Skin versus some other company, if you were kind of sharing with somebody about the business?
Well, like you were saying, they've been around for a very long time, so you know that they're going to stay, versus, like you were saying, something new that everyone's actually trying to recruit me to, like, oh, you'll be the first person, so you're going to be successful and rich because you're the first people that are starting it, you know what I mean? But you don't know how long that business is going to be there. So that's one of the main things is they've been on for a long time, and like you said, created millionaires way later on, not just the beginning. And another thing is it's free to join, which most companies, charge you kits and things like that, to be able to join. So that's one of the biggest things that most people like. And of course they would need to buy the products and use the products, which I do explain to them, but joining is free. A lot of companies like Scentsy and all the other ones, they charge, I don't know, 150 or more just to join. So that's another big thing. And also I've been getting a lot of good comments on the products themselves. So I mean, if they were to just do their research or reviews or anything like that, they would see that everybody loves these products as well. I haven't had one complaint about the products. So, and the people, you get a ton of support and resources, which I've tried other companies before this one, and there was I had no help with posts or anything like that, no training, no resources. They're just like, okay, do your thing. So this was different than any other company, and how much support and resources and care that your sponsor cares so much about you. It's not just about them trying to get money off of you, or that you're just a number. It feels like more family oriented business than the other ones.
Awesome. Love that. Perfect. So all of you guys, from our conversation now, I'd make sure you have a couple bullet points written down for trends, right? Everybody's looking for supplemental income. Everybody's connected online. We have the perfect way to show people how to make supplemental income and how to leverage technology to do that. Company, I think Kelsey had some awesome points. Proven track record, continues to innovate. We're continuing to grow. Solid, stable company that's transparent and honest, that is going to be here long term. Because if you go and join the hottest new deal popping up, they might seem really, really hot right now, but guarantee you, that they're not going to have the same innovation, like the same level of commitment to innovation with new products coming out, right? New markets opening. They may be maybe really hot for a year or two, but then they're going to flake out, and a lot of those go out of business, Okay, so Landina's next, talking about why, Nu Skin's products and science. How are those, what would be a couple bullet points to hit about why Nu Skin's products and science are different and unique?
Actually want a different one, but okay. Well, our products are top notch. They are backed by, our scientists, are really well-known scientists. It's the only company that has more than 75 scientists that work just for Nu Skin, and they develop the best anti-aging technology, not just to stop your aging, but to reverse the aging. Oh man.
That's really good. Hey, that's really good. Just a couple bullet points, right? Just conversationally, a couple bullet points. And I think that's you guys don't need to be super, know everything right now, but just, a couple bullet points like that are really, really good.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
For the trends, with that, because I'm in the, well, anyway, this is no secret, but we'll be going into a recession by 2020. So I think that's something to kind of mention in trends. If you're aware of this, this is a great opportunity to go into this, doing this side, your side gig to make it your only gig, basically, because that will tie back to not a 2008 recession, but a smaller one where a lot of people may be losing jobs. So this is a great opportunity to get, kind of get that started too.
Yeah, I mean, this is really a recession-proof business because when the economy is doing worse, more people are looking for ways to make extra money. And so, we can show them how to do that and start for free, right? So awesome. Anything else, Landina, that you wanted to share?
No, that's it.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. And then Kristen Golightly, do you want to share, as far as the income potential and compensation, why Nu Skin is different than any other, than other, maybe businesses or ways to make money or other, like direct sales companies out there? Looks like she's muted. So I'll just share real quick. So income potential is you can create your income can grow exponentially, right? Versus just growing linearly. And to may help you understand that better is, if you're just working in a job, you're trading time for money. You're always limited because you only make money if you physically clock in. And so there's always a limit on number of hours in the day that you can actually work. Versus with this business, you can multiply your time and your efforts and your sales and your income by the more people that you help. Okay, and why is Nu Skin different than any other network marketing company? Well, because Nu Skin's compensation plan pays out more than any other compensation plan. And we've created more millionaires than any other company, okay? So, and then as far as timing goes, we're going from 2.5 billion to 10 billion over the next 5 to 7 years, right? That's the goal. And so that's why, the people that are doing the business right now that are a part of that are going to be eventually the highest paid people in the history of Nu Skin, right? So that's the timing. And we're just getting started in the US and North America with this social selling platform. It's still very new. And, expecting to basically quadruple in the US as well. Okay. So that's, kind of the key points as far as, sharing a business presentation. And if you go on otgsalestools.com, I'll have to find out what the exact website is. You can actually purchase a little booklet that has this exact presentation inside it. Okay. And that way, if you meet up with somebody, you can have this as a cheat sheet, right? You can have this to show them, and it will guide you through how to talk to somebody and how to share that with them. And then we can share this presentation with you guys, with all of you guys as well, okay? And then so just to finish up, I know we've gone kind of long today. I'm going to talk just real quick about the compensation plan, okay? So a very kind of brief and quick way of how to explain the compensation plan. So let me, let me share my screen really quick. So when you share the compensation plan, there's 3 main parts to the compensation plan, okay? First is as a distributor, that's where you can make hundreds of dollars per month, okay? That's where you mostly make money by selling the products. You make a little bit from the people you personally sign up, okay? The second part is executive. This is now where you can start earning hundreds to thousands of dollars per month, okay? And this is also where you can start qualifying for all expenses paid trips. You always want to make every 6 months. You also want to make a distinction that once you become an executive, Nu Skin now pays you on your whole team and pay you upwards of 40% on that whole team, okay? So as a distributor, you make just a little bit of money off of the people that are on your first level, okay? Once you become an executive, that's where the money starts, okay? This is where you can start making hundreds to thousands of dollars per month, start qualifying for free trips every 6 months, And this is where Nu Skin now pays you upwards of 40% on your whole team. And this is really where the leverage starts, where you really now start to feel what it feels like, you know, to make money, not just from your own efforts, but from the efforts of tens to hundreds of people. Okay. And then the back end, all right, so we've got the front, the middle, and the back. The back end is this part of leadership, right? And as you now start as a distributor, become an executive, and help other people start as a distributor and become an executive, then you start to develop your team of leaders, right? Your leadership part, we call this your executive breakaway. This is your team of executives, right? So the wider you go, the more your pin title goes up, the deeper Nu Skin pays you as far as generations deep of executives. And so this is where you can now start to earn thousands to tens of thousands of dollars per month, right? Because, you know, just one generation right here, that could be 50, 100, 200, 300 people just right there in one generation, okay? So maybe I'll run through this just real quick. So everybody starts off as a distributor. You make the retail profit, and you make a sharing bonus, which is about a 5 to 20% commission off of the products purchased by people on your first level. As those people also go out and share the products in business, you're going to earn money you don't make money on anything below them, right? So you just make money on your first level here. You can make hundreds of dollars per month selling the products. However, if you want to go beyond that, you need to become an executive. To do that, there's a qualification process that you can do anywhere from 1 week to 6 months, total of 6,000 points worth of volume. Okay. To start that, you need to do 2 blocks or 1,000 points, or roughly $1,000 worth of products sold between you and your team within your first month. Okay. And then complete the rest of the qualification process to now become an executive. And as an executive, you now start getting paid on that whole organization, right? Not just on your first level, but on, no limit, infinity levels deep of customers and distributors in your team. You get paid between 5 to 40%. And this way you can now start earning hundreds to thousands of dollars per month off of that organization. Now, as you help other people become executives, you now become a leader. Okay. And as a leader, you now start to get a commission off of, 6 generations deep of executives. Okay. So how this works is as a gold, right? You don't even really need to know yet how many generations deep you guys are going to get paid based off of what pin title you're at. It's basically just knowing that this is a way where the people, when someone becomes an executive in your team, they now start to take ownership for their business, right? They're now the leader of that business, and they should have been through that learning curve, what to do to build this. And so now you make a smaller commission. However, this is a whole group, right? One generation could house hundreds of people. And so you're now getting paid on literally, thousands to tens of thousands of people. If you're Brent Bryson, hundreds of thousands of people inside those 6 generations that are all using the products, selling the products, and recruiting others to do the same. And so it's really just understanding distributor, you make a little bit of extra money, mostly by selling the products, a little bit of commission for people you sign up. Executive, this is where you can start getting paid on your whole team, make upwards of 40%, start qualifying for trips. This is where the money starts. This is where you can start making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. Leadership, this is where, if you want to build a residual income that can continue to grow and come in month after month, whether you work or not, then you need to become a leader and help other people become executives. And that's how you can now start earning thousands to tens of thousands of dollars per month. Okay, so that I would understand that if I were you guys, right? I'd understand what are the 3 parts of the compensation plan. You have distributor, executive, and leader, right? The front, the middle, and the back. So if I were to quiz somebody, I'm going to put Haley on the spot. Haley, can you briefly, in 30 seconds, explain the difference between distributor, executive, and leader, right? The front, the middle, and the back.
Okay. Yeah. So a distributor, you're just kind of like, you're just kind of selling profit. You're getting that retail profit, some of that sharing bonus, depending on who you're signing up, buying products. And then when you qualify for an executive, that's when you kind of get paid on your entire organization, because as a distributor, you're only getting paid on the people that you sign up. Whereas when you're an executive, you're getting paid on everybody you've signed up and their entire team. And depending on how many levels deep that goes, and how many blocks you complete within your month, depends on how much percentage of pay you're going to get from them. And then as you continue to build your business through, while you're an executive, you get that leadership pay, which of course, depending on your PIN title and how much volume your organization is doing each month, kind of gets you into the pulling for more and more money, which is where the big money comes from, because the higher your PIN title and the bigger your organization is, and this the more volume that you're bringing in every month, the more that Nu Skin's going to pay you because you're working hard.
Okay, perfect, awesome. I would just add, as a distributor, you can make hundreds of dollars per month. As an executive, you can make hundreds to thousands of dollars per month, and as a leader, you can make thousands to tens of thousands of dollars per month. Okay, and it's basically how I was taught to share the compensation plan, was to sit down with a piece of paper, draw 2 lines, and then draw this out, and say, and then to ask people, at what level would you like to participate? Distributor, make hundreds per month; executive, make hundreds to thousands of dollars per month; or leader, being able to make thousands to tens of thousands of dollars per month, right? And then depending on what they say, then you set goals and you help get them started. So, that kind of concludes what I wanted to cover today, as far as talking about, it was kind of a lot of info, talking about driving lines, talking about how to present the business, and then talking about how to present the compensation plan. But hopefully we kept it simple enough and high level enough that it was straightforward to understand for everybody. So I'm going to stop the recording.